Hi all, good afternoon. So hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Sir, could not see your screen, sir.
I have shared the screen, so hope my voice is audible first. I'm
Yes,
sharing
sir.
my screen just
It's
now.
audible now.
You're audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, just now I started my screen share also. Hope you people are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Okay, so as part of yesterday's session, we discussed about resume preparation and roles and responsibilities. And in the previous session, we discussed about Agile and we discussed about the Jira board. In the same way, if you are going to work in the real time, we are going to use the one more tool called as nothing but Git. So this is the one more important thing we need to understand, because as part of your daily activities, you need to write the code. After writing the code, we need to upload the code to the Git. So for that reason, we need to understand how to use the Git and what all are the different commands we are having in the Git. All that information we need to understand. At the high level, just we can able to say it's a kind of Git is a kind of DevOps tool which we are using for source code management. So we can able to say simply Git is a kind of a DevOps tool, and this we are using for the purpose of maintaining our code, or we can able to say for the purpose of doing our code management activities, we are going to use the Git. Okay. Now we can able to say here, whatever the code we are going to write in real-time projects, we need to maintain all that code in our local system. Tell me, is the correct statement? Whatever the code we are going to write as part of our real-time projects, we have to maintain all that code into our local system only, or our personal laptop. Is the correct statement or wrong statement?
Wrong,
No.
sir.
We can able to say it's a kind of a blunderly wrong statement, Andy. So we need to maintain all that code into a common repository. That repository only we can create with the help of Git. So here two things we need to understand. First one is we need to maintain all the team members code at one place. This is one thing we need to understand. Second thing is all other people should be in the position to see your code. So don't think in the real time, if you are going to write the code, only you can able to work, and you only want to see that information. Generally, if you are learning anything also, if I'm giving one assignment, some people are doing the assignments, but they are not ready to share that assignment answers to the other people by considering it is their private property. But if you are going to work in the real time, what will happen? Whatever the code you are writing, who is the owner for that code? Your question like this: whatever the code you are going to write, in real-time projects, who is the owner for that code?
Company.
Obviously, we can able to say you are the owner, but here we can able to say answer is company is the owner for that code. Don't think that you written the code and you are the owner of that one entity. So you written the code, but who is the owner of that entire code here? Whatever the documents you are going to create in the real-time projects, or whatever the documents we are going to upload it into the other portals, everything. So whatever the activities we are going to perform in a company, your company is the whole responsible person, or your company is the complete ownership they are going to take on top of your all the activities, because you are doing that activity by taking the salary from those people. That's the reason whatever the code or whatever the documents which you are going to create, you created, but who is the owner for all those things? And we can able to say your company people are the owner for all such kind of things. At the same time, whatever the code you are writing or whatever the documents you are going to create, we need to share that information to all the team who is present in our team. And if you remember, as part of Agile classes, we discussed one statement. As part of Agile, we are going to work as a single person, or we are going to work as a team? Obviously, we are going to work as a team, which is nothing but whatever the code you are going to write as part of our real-time projects, your code should be accessible for other people, and other people are going to see your code. At the same time, they are going to perform the review on top of your code. At the same time, if there are any kind of comments they can able to provide, they will provide comments on top of your code saying that this is not correct, please do the changes, or that is not correct, do the changes. Like that, they are having the authority to provide the review comments on top of your code. But for the purpose of maintaining the code, or to share your code to the other people, or to perform the review on top of your code, or to get the comments on top of your code for the purpose of doing all these kind of activities. And in the real time, we are going to use the tool called as nothing but Git. With the help of the Git, you can able to maintain all the team members code. At the same time, we can able to share our code to the other people. At the same time, we can able to perform the review activities on top of your code with the help of the Git. And also our team members can able to provide the comments on top of your code. All these kind of activities we can able to perform with the help of the Git. Okay. Now, if you want to use the Git, what we can do here is we can create our own account. With that, we can able to perform practicals on top of Git. But tell me, so far have we written any code as part of our classes? As part of our classes in the last 50 to 60 days onwards, have we written any code? We have written Python code. At the same time, we have written our BigQuery queries, or we have written some BigQuery commands, and we have written SQL scripts. And as part of data proc for batch 19 people, we created some DDL commands. And coming to BigQuery, we performed around 17 to 18 steps. Okay, so in every place what we have done here, we have written the code. But so far what we are doing, whatever the code we are writing, we are maintaining all that code in our local system. At the same time, as part of Airflows, what we have written?
DAX.
We have written the DAX. Okay, and in the same way, as part of Databricks, what we created?
PySpark.
We created notebooks with PySpark code. So like this, if you observe, you can able to see the last 50 or 60 days only, we have written multiple number of times we have written the code. So far what we are doing here, we are maintaining all that code in our personal laptop. But if you are going to work in the real time, what need to happen? All that code we need to upload into the Git. For that reason, just we need to understand how we can able to access the Git and what are the different commands we are having in the Git, and within the Git, what is the process we need to follow. All that we need to understand. If you are a real-time employee, definitely you are having some knowledge on the Git and D. But in our classes, most of the people are non-IT people. At the same time, most of the people are the non-experienced people. So for them, they don't know what is the Git, and they don't know how to access the Git, and they don't know what are the commands we need to use as part of the Git. That's the reason, as part of our course, this is again one of the very, very important topic, because without having knowledge on the Git, you cannot able to survive in the real time, because as part of our daily activities, you need to write the code. After writing the code, you need to upload that code into the Git. For that reason, compulsory we need to understand about the Git as part of our classes. Okay, now just we'll go one by one step here, how we can able to get the Git account. After that, we'll try to understand how we can able to create the repositories. Then we'll try to understand how we can able to upload the code into the repository. We'll try to understand all that information one by one. So just 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so can you please go to this URL, everyone? And tell me one more thing, in the real-time projects, we are going to have the only one Git bucket URL, or we are going to have the multiple accounts in the real time? Coming to Jira board, tell me the answer. In the Jira board, in the real time, every person is having the individual Jira board, or all the team members are having the single Jira board?
Single Jira board.
Obviously, we are going to have the single Jira board in the real time. But as part of the classes, what we have done? For every individual person, we created the individual account for the purpose of doing your own practice. And in the same way, coming to Jira also, in the real time, coming to Git also, in the real time, you are having the single Git bucket URL only. With that only, all the team members can able to maintain the code within the single repository. But coming to here, as part of the classes, for the purpose of doing your own practice, what we are going to do here, we are going to create our individual Git accounts. And like the way we created the individual Jira accounts, in the same way, we are going to create the individual Git accounts. But don't think that in the real time also we are going to create the individual Git accounts. It's not going to happen like that. For a project, we are having a Git bucket separately. Within that, we are going to have the single repository. Every employee in the team can able to access that repo, and on top of that repo, we can able to upload the code, and we can able to perform the review activities. But as part of the classes, just for our understanding, we are creating the individual accounts for the individual person. With that, we can able to create the individual repos. On top of that, you can able to perform the practice to upload your code into that repo. That is the way we are going to perform the practice as part of our classes. Okay, we'll go step by step. First, we'll try to create the account and so first we'll create the GitHub account. After that, we'll perform the remaining operations. Can you please open this URL? github.com/join. Please see on my screen and just type that in your browser and please open that URL. So once you are given this URL, it is asking your username and it is asking your email address and it is asking the password and so please try to provide all those details. And here also you can give any mail ID. There is no relationship with the Git to our GCP accounts and you can give any mail ID by depending on your convenience. Otherwise, just to avoid the confusion, here also you can able to provide your GCP mail ID. Better to have the same mail ID everywhere as part of our classes. Provide your username, provide the address, provide the password, and your password should be at least 15 characters only. So please try to remember the password. After 2-3 days, again, if you want to perform the practice, you have to give the password. That's the reason. Please try to remember the password. And after that, you can able to see some kind of puzzle and please solve that puzzle. After that, you can click on the continue button. So once you click on the continue button, you will get the OTP into your mail, whatever the mail ID you given into that to that mail ID, you will get the OTP. Please enter that OTP in the next page. Once you click on the continue button in the next page, it is asking the OTP and you will receive the OTP to your mail ID. Please check your mail and whatever the OTP you received, please provide that OTP in the next page. Anyone facing any issues so far? Okay. So after that, in the next page, you can able to see the option like this, and you can able to see the option as start a new repository. There you can able to see the below username / it is asking the repository name. Please try to give some repository name and you can select the private for now. And after that, you can able to click on the create a new repository. In the next page, we can able to create the repository. There we need to provide our repository name. You can able to see the section like this, start a new repository. There you can able to see your username / here you can able to see the text box. In the text box, we can able to give some name. You can give data engineering or you can able to give the GCP or you can give any some name there. After that, you can able to select the private. Then you can able to click on the create a new repository. If you want, you can able to select the public also. Nothing is going to happen. If you are given the public, you can able to give this access to the other people. If you are given the private, you can not able to give the access to the other people. By depending on your convenience, you can able to give it as a public or private. But in my case, I have given it as a private. Just click on create a new repository. With that, you can able to create the repo on top of your Git account. It's very simple. Nothing is complex here. It's a kind of a straightforward operations and we need to provide the details. And after that, we need to click on the continue and we need to enter the OTP. After that, just we are creating the repository with our own name. And with that, you can able to create the Git account and you can able to create the Git repository as per our requirement. Anyone facing any issues up to here?
Sir, after this initializing a repository with, we have these columns. Add a readme file.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't get that.
After giving this repository name,
Okay.
We have after public and private, after we have initialized this repository with add a readme file.
No,
add
don't do
dot
anything, Sandy. Just select the public or private and just click on the create a new repository.
create
That's it.
repository. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now see here, once you can able to create the Jira account and once you can able to create the repository, what is the purpose of this repository is nothing but in this repository only, we will upload all our code by creating folders if you want. So if you want, what we can do here we can able to create the folders within the repository, and in those folders we can able to upload the code by depending on our convenience. And if, for example, you want to maintain all the airflow related DAGs into a particular folder, then what we can do here, we can able to create the airflow folder. In the same way, coming to BigQuery, you want to maintain separate folder, we can able to create the BigQuery folder. In the same way, I want to perform some other operations. So whatever the operations you want to perform, for each and every operation, we can able to create the separate folders like that. With that, we can able to upload our every individual component code into the individual folders. But where we are maintaining all these folders and all the code here, by using the repository, we are going to maintain all our code. At the same time, we are maintaining all our folders information. All that information we are capturing under your repository within the Git. That's the reason here first step is nothing but we are going to create the repository. Now tell me, if you are going to work in the real-time projects, do we need to create the Git accounts? First question. In real time, do we need to create Git accounts? Obviously, answer is no. Second question, in real time, are we going to create the repositories?
No, sir.
Again, answer is no, because these two activities will taken care by your team lead, or these two activities will taken care by your manager, or these two activities will taken care by your DevOps team or admin team only. So like that, those people are going to take care of these activities as part of our real time. Team, just 1 second. I'm getting an important call. Just 1 minute. Yeah, sorry team. So it's a very important call from office. Okay. So here, so we are discussing about in the real time, we are not going to create the Git accounts. At the same time, in the real time, we are not going to create the repositories also. Those activities will taken care by your admin team or your DevOps people will take care of all those activities. With that, we can able to get the Git account. At the same time, we can able to get the repository also. On top of that, just we are going to perform the uploading the code. Okay, but as part of the classes, we are doing all these activities because here we ourselves acting as an admin team and we ourselves is acting as a development person. That's the reason we are doing these activities. Why I'm telling this information is as part of interview, some people are giving the answer. I am creating the Git account. I am creating the Git repository. Like that, some people are giving the answers without knowing all these things. That's the reason don't give such kind of answers as part of your interview process. When our interviewer is asking in the Git what activities we are doing, you have to specify we are uploading the code by creating the branches. That's it. Other than that, we are not creating any repositories or we are not going to create the accounts our own as part of our real-time projects. Okay, now so far what we have done, we created the account, at the same time we created the repository. Now if you want to do the work on top of the Git, we need to install one application that only we can able to call it as a install Git on Windows. So far we are doing all these activities on top of the portal. Actually from the portal also we can able to upload the code, but if you're going to work in the real time, we want to get the portal access from the command prompt or from the bit bash we can able to call. From the git bash we are going to upload the code on top of your portal. But if you want, we can able to perform the same activity from the portal as part of our practice. But if you are going to work in the real time, you won't have the access on top of the portal to upload the code. You have to perform all those activities from the command prompt, but instead of calling it as a command prompt, here we can able to call it as a git bash, and with the help of the git bash we can able to upload the code on top of your git portal. For that reason, here what we need to do is we need to install one software. With the software we can able to get the git bash access. With the help of the git bash access we can able to run few commands. By using those commands you can able to upload the code on top of your git repository. Okay, simply you can able to compare like this. Coming to GCP side, you can able to perform some of the activities from the console. At the same time, you can able to perform the same activities from the cloud SDK. In the same way, coming to Git side also, you can able to perform the activities from the console, and also you can able to perform the activities from the command prompt. But instead of calling it as a command prompt, we are calling it as a git bash, and this is the way just you can able to compare. By using the git console or by using the git portal, you can able to perform the activities which are nothing but we can able to upload the code and other activities. But if we are going to work in the real time, we won't have the console access. You are going to have the only command prompt access. That's the reason you need to understand how we can able to run all the commands with the help of the command prompt. But in the git side, instead of calling it as a command prompt, we are using the terminology called as a git bash. With the help of the git bash, we can able to run all our commands. With that, we can able to perform our required activities. But tell me, if you remember, as part of GCP, how we got the cloud SDK? When you're performing the practice on the GCP, it came automatically, or we did the installation?
We install.
We install it, right? In the same way, if you want to get the git bash also, we have to perform the installation. For that reason, just here I given the steps, and we need to install the Git on the Windows 10. For that, please give this URL. In your browser, please give the URL like this. Otherwise, I will ping it in the group chat. Just for your convenience, I pinged that in the group chat. So please take that URL and give that URL. Once you are going to give the URL, directly you are landing into this page. In this page, you can able to see the option called as a download for Windows. Please click on that. So please go to this URL. After that, just click on download for Windows. I think it's around 54 to 60 MB file that will download within 1 or 2 minutes only. After download, what's the next step? Just double click on that. With that, just click on the next. With that, you can able to get the everything. Otherwise, so sometimes what's happening is whenever we are going to click on this link and you are navigating to some other page like this. In this page, just click on the first one. Click here to download. Sometimes it is downloading directly. Sometimes it is going to the other page called as download for Windows. Here you can able to see the first link. Click here to download. You can click on that. With that also you can able to perform the downloading the software. And once it is going to download, after that just to double click on the downloaded file and actually you can able to see the so many next options. Click on all the next. At the end you can able to see the install option, then click on the install. In between, don't do any kind of changes. Don't select anything also. Every window you have to click on just next. At the end, in the last window, you can able to see it as a install button. Please click on that install. Within 1 or 2 minutes, again installation will complete. After that, just click on the finish button. Again, it's a kind of a straightforward installation. Anyone thinking instead of discussing GCP, why we are discussing all these things? All these are important or not important?
Important.
Obviously, all these are very important only because in the real time, might be you are not using the GCP services on the daily basis, but definitely we are going to use the Git. And definitely we are going to follow the daily scrum meetings and all these things. Compared to the GCP, if you ask me, I can able to say all these are very important. GCP also very important. But from the process perspective, from the technical perspective, GCP is very important. And our PySpark, Big Data, Hadoop, all these are important from the technical perspective. But if you are going to work in the real time, we need to understand the process also. From the process perspective, Agile, Jira board, Git, all these are going to play the very important role in your daily activities. Obviously, you have to use the Jira, and obviously you have to use the Git, and obviously we need to attend the daily Scrum meetings. For that reason, compulsory you have to understand all this information if you are going as a 3 to 4 years of experience as a fake employee. That's the reason only we are spending this much of time on these topics also. Don't do any modifications, just click on next. At the end, click on the install. With that, you can able to complete the installation. After that, in the last window, just click on the finish button.
Sir, it is asking for use Git from the Gish bash only, or it is giving 3 radio buttons to select.
No, don't do any changes and just click on the next.
Okay.
Leave all values as default values. And again, same thing in the real time projects, if you are going to work on this, so whenever you want to have this kind of softwares in your local system, just we need to raise a ticket. So that ticket will assign to the admin team, and admin team will connect to your system, and he will take care of all these kind of installations on top of your personal laptops. In some of the companies, we can able to do the installations our own, but in most of the companies, we cannot able to download this kind of softwares in the office laptop, and we cannot able to perform the installations our own only. But as per your project requirement, if you want to perform any kind of these kind of installations, we need to raise a ticket to the admin team, and that ticket will assign to the person in the admin team, and he will reach out to you. He will take the remote access of your personal laptop. With that, he will download the required softwares and he will perform the installation with his own hands. And that is the process we are going to follow in the real time in some of the projects. In some of the projects, we are having the direct access for the purpose of doing installations and for the purpose of doing our download activities. In such kind of projects, we can able to perform all these steps. But in most of the projects, you are not having the access to download the outside softwares. You are not having the access for the purpose of doing the installations. In such kind of projects, just we have to raise the ticket with the admin team. Then admin team will take care of all these kind of downloads, and they will take care of all the kind of installations in our real-time projects. Hope everyone done with the installations. Anyone facing any issues?
Completed, sir.
Okay, nice. Okay, if you completed the installation, Sandy, now see here, we need to open the Git bash. If you want to open the Git bash, here just to go to the Windows Start button, go to Start, and because today only we did the installation, so here you can able to see the folder called as nothing but Git folder like this. If you see my screen once, here in the Start, you can able to see the Git folder. Please click on that. Click on the Git folder, and within the Git folder, you can able to see the Git bash, Git command, Git GUI like this. You can able to see all the different services. And but out of all these things, just click on the Git bash. Just click on Git bash. Once installation is going to complete, go to the Start button. There, go to the Git. Within the Git, you can able to see the multiple options, but out of those, please select the only Git bash and click on OK. With that, you can able to open this window. Just
How
one
can you
second.
repeat?
Sorry, just one second. I am changing the font and everything here. Okay, hope now everyone are able to see my window. Okay, actually from your side, no need to do all these kind of changes. Just for your visibility purpose, I did this change already. So you can able to open the black window like this. Now my question here is, I want to see in which folder currently I am working. How we can able to see in which folder currently I am working?
PWD.
Yes,
CD.
you can able to give the command called as a PWD. With the help of the PWD, you can able to see in which folder currently you are working on. Now currently I am working in the folder called as in my system C drive users Dell. That is my username of this system Dell. So might be in your case you are having the C drive slash user slash your username. That is the way you can able to see currently in which directory you are working. At the same time, if you want to see in which version of the Git you are working, you can able to give the command called as a git space -- version. So here we install the 2.42.0. That is the version we install. That's the reason we can able to see the same version. Why I am giving these two comments here is, if you can able to get the output like this, with that we can able to give the confirmation your Git installation is done properly. Okay. Now my requirement is, in this users folder, in the user slash Dell, I want to create a new folder. So if you want to create the new folder, what we can do here is just we can able to give it as a mkdir space. You can able to give some name only. So I'm giving the name is, for example, test4. What is the purpose of mkdir?
Create folder.
Create a directory or folder. We can able to give the command called as a mkdir. In the previous classes, we discussed about the unis commands, and here mkdir is nothing but it's a kind of a unis command. pwd also is nothing but it's a kind of a unis command. So by giving the mkdir, we can able to create the folder. I am creating the folder called as a test4. In your case, if you want, you can give any name, but in my case, just I'm giving the name as a test4. Okay. Now I want to move to this folder. How to move to this folder? See, if I'm given the PWD, still I'm in the Dell folder only, but my requirement is I want to move to the test4 folder. How we can able to move to the test4 folder?
CD space
Just give the
folder
command
name.
as a CD command. By using the CD, you can able to move to the CD test4 folder. Now, if I'm given the PWD again, now we can able to see in the C drive under the users, under the Dell. Now we are working in the folder called as a test4. Indirectly, you need to create the directory. After that, we need to move to the directory. So here I'm giving it as a CD command. With the help of the CD command, we can able to move to the respective directory. Okay. Now here we are going to we are going to work in the directory called as a test4 directory. And now coming to first step, what we'll do here is just we'll create some kind of a dummy file and we'll try to upload the dummy file into the Bitbucket. So for that reason, whenever you want to upload the files into your Bitbucket, first we need to initialize our session in the Git. And if you remember, whenever we are going to work in the Cloud SDK shell, what is the first step? If you remember, in the
Cloud
Cloud
init.
SDK shell, what is the first step?
Initialize.
We have to give gcloud space init. With that, we can able to perform the initialization. In the same way, coming to here also, we have to perform the initialization. So to perform the initialization on top of this folder, just we have to give the command called as a git space init. Please give this command. Just we have to give the command called as a git space init. So with the help of that, we can able to initialize the git on top of your test4 folder. Just give the command called as git init. So after completion of the class, I will share this document in the handout session. And by using this document also, you can able to do the practice, but please try to perform the practice in parallel with me. With that, if you can able to get any kind of questions, I will help you to resolve those questions. Okay, if I'm giving the git init, what's happening here? It is starting the initializing the git on top of your test4 folder. Now please open your test4 folder. In my case, in C drive, under users, under Dell, I am having the folder called as a test4. So please open the test4 folder. In your case, if you don't know the path, how to see the path? If you forgot the path, just give again the same pwd command, and with that you can understand in which path you are working currently. Please go to this path. After initialization of the git, please go to your respective path. Okay, now here just right click, just we are creating some dummy file, and so just right click, go to the new, and you can able to create a test document. Open your folder, test4 folder, or whatever the folder which you created. Then right click here, go to new. Here you can click on the test document. Here I'm giving some name called as data engineer. You can give any name, and it's a kind of a normal test file we are creating. Just give some name, and after that, just to open that file. In that file, just give some content. We are not doing anything, just we are creating a small test file in that folder. That's it. Just create a file. In that file, just add some little bit one line content. With that, just we are creating a test file. Now, any guesses why we are creating this file? My requirement is, so actually whenever we are going to write the code and everything what we are doing, and in the same way in a particular folder you can able to see all your script files, or you can able to see your SQL files, or you can able to see the DDL files, and all those files we can able to see in your local folder. After that, what we have to do by using the git, we need to upload all those scripts into the git bucket. Now what I'm doing here, instead of directly taking the script, just I'm showing you a dummy example, and here we are creating some generic test file. Now my requirement is, after creation of this test file, I want to upload this text file into the git bucket, into the git portal. So for that reason, just we are creating a file. After creation of the file, by using the commands, we can able to upload this file into the git portal. To understand all those things only, just we are creating a file called as data engineer test file. Coming to your case, you can give any name on top of your file. Now again, come back to you. Sorry, tell me.
Inside the test folder, we by default we get few folders, sir.
You are getting .git folder, something like that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because so we initialize the session, we initialize the git bucket on top of your test4. That's the reason by default we can able to see some kind of hidden folders, and no worries, you can ignore that.
So inside we have to create one file, right?
Yeah, in the test4 folder, in the
Yes.
main folder, you have to create a file. Okay. Now see here, after creation of the file, I am given the command called as a git status. Just observe here, after creation of the file, I am given the small command called as a git space status, and with the help of this command, what will happen is you can able to understand after creation of this folder, what all are the files you added on top of this folder. That information we can able to see here. Now, just now what we have done, we added the file called as a data engineering.txt file. That file information you can able to see with the help of the command called as a git status command. And what is the meaning of this output here is your test4 folder is acting as a git folder. In this folder, you are adding the one of the file called as a data engineer.txt file, but this file is not yet uploaded on top of your git bucket. For that reason, this file is showing in the red color, and whatever the file you created, you haven't uploaded this file on top of your git portal. For that reason, it is displaying that file name in the red color. By seeing the red color, we can understand that in this folder, this is the new file you created. Or you can able to understand in this folder on top of this file we did the modification. To understand all that kind of information, just we are giving the command called as nothing but git status. With the help of this command, you can able to see all the new files whatever you created, and you can able to see all the files which are you modified on top of your folder. All that kind of information you can able to see by using the command called as a git space status. Now tell me, for example, after a few minutes, I am going to upload this file into the git portal. Then I am going to give the git status command. Then can we able to see the file name like this?
No.
Obviously no. Okay, but for now we haven't uploaded this file to the git portal. That's the reason is saying that in this folder you created this file, but you haven't uploaded this file to the bit bucket. That is the reason it is showing this file in the red color. So whenever you want to see the status of your folder, just we can able to give the command called as a git space status. Okay. Now after that, if you want to upload this file into the bit bucket, we are going to give the command called as nothing but git add command. With the help of this command, we can able to add this file on top of your git folder. Just give it as a git space add space. Then you have to give this file name. Copy and paste it. Just give it as git space add space. We are given the command called, we are given the file name. Now, for example, in this folder, you created around 10 files or 20 files as part of your project requirement, and in all those 10 files, we are having the different types of the code. Now, do we need to go for one by one file like this, or we can able to give all the files at a time? Here for now we created the only one file, but in the real time generally we are going to create the multiple files at a time, multiple script files at a time. Now I want to add all those files at a time. Then what we can do here is, instead of giving the one by one file name, and we can able to give it as a star dot star. What is the meaning of star dot star? Which is nothing but it is taking all the file names whatever is available on top of your folder. If you want to give the individual files, we can able to give it as a individual file name like this. Otherwise, if you want to add all the files at a time, then we can able to give the command called as a git space add space star dot star. With the help of the star dot star, we can able to add all the files at a time. After adding the file, after writing the command, just click on enter. After adding the file, just click on the enter. Now, if you see here, if I'm going to give the git status command, what's happening? You can able to see this file in the green color, which is nothing but this file you added on top of your git folder. That's the reason you can able to see this this file in the green color. Whenever you are going to upload your file to the git portal, before that we need to add all the files to your git folder. For that reason only we given the command called as a git add file name. With that, after that we are given the git status command. Earlier this file is showing in the red color, which means this file not added to the your git folder. But after giving the git add command, what's happening here? Now you can able to see your file name in the green color. What it means indirectly, this is the file you created. At the same time, on top of this file, you perform the git add operation. With that, this file is ready for the purpose of uploading into your git portal. Before uploading your files to the git portal, compulsory we need to perform the git add operation. With that only you can able to upload the files on top of your git bucket. Sorry, you can able to upload your file into your git repository under the portal. Up to here, if you are facing any kind of issues, please ask me here. Again, I'm repeating. Once we are going to create the file, if I'm given the git status, you can able to see the file in the red color, which is nothing but you created the file. but you haven't added this file to your Git folder. But if you want to upload the file to the Git portal, first we need to add the file to our Git folder. For that reason, we need to give the command called as a git add command. After that, once we are going to give the git add command on top of this file, if I'm giving the git status, what's happening here? You can able to see the file in the green color. What is the meaning of green color? Now this file is ready to upload on top of your Git portal under your repository. To perform that operation, here we are given the command called as a git add command. Now next step is nothing but once this file is in the green color, now this file we need to upload on top of your Git portal. For that, we have to give the command called as nothing but git commit. We need to give the command called as git commit. After that, just I'm giving a small message, or we can able to call it as a comment. I am giving sample practice. It's a comment only. So just we are giving a comment before uploading this file on top of your portal. So just if you want to give the comment, we have to give it as a -m. After that, within the double quote, we can able to pass our required comments, whatever you want to pass. So here I'm giving git space commit space -m. Then I'm giving the some comment within the double quote. With that, we are committing all our changes on top of our Git portal. Just click on enter. Anyone facing any issues? No one facing the issues. Definitely you will face the issue only.
Sir, it's coming git config global user email.
Yeah, correct. Other
Unable
people?
to auto detect email address.
Yes.
Same errors.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, that's the reason only I'm
Auto-detect.
asking. Anyone is getting any kind of errors only, definitely you will get the error. Now we need to resolve this error. So if you want to resolve the error, very simple, and just we need to do some kind of configurations on top of our git bash. So if you want to do the configuration, we need to specify what is our email ID and we need to specify what is your username. But if you want to give that information, just we have to give the commands like this only. And one more important here, as part of given the email ID, what is the mail ID we need to provide here? As part of creation of your GitHub account, you given one mail ID, right? So please give that mail ID as part of giving your email information. Coming to username, you can give anything only, but coming to mail ID, compulsory you have to give it as a your mail ID, whatever you have used as part of creation of your account. If you remember, this is the first step. See here we are given the username, then we are given the mail ID, right? Better to replicate same information as part of our these two commands also, Nandi. In the first command, please give your email name, whatever you given in the step 1, and comment to username, whatever you given the username in the step 1, please try to give the same username. Just I will ping these two lines in the group chat. Now tell me, do we need to run the note? Just I'm giving the note for understand. Don't run the note only. This is just for our understanding. Run the first line, run the third line. By replacing this mail ID with your mail ID, please try to run this first line and third line. Please run these two commands from the git bash by changing your mail ID, by changing your username. Okay, so once you ran these two commands only, then please run the git commit command one more time. So once you ran these two commands, then please give the command as whatever the command earlier we discussed, please run the same command one more time. Git commit -m and provide your comment. With that, you can able to complete the commit activity without having any issues. Okay. Now, please open your GitHub account, Andy. So far you are working on the Git Bash. Now, please go back to your GitHub account. So please go to your GitHub account. So within your GitHub account, please go to the repository, whatever you created. Whatever the repository you created in the previous steps, please go to that repository. So in my system, if you see, I am in the Srinivas Qt. Within that, I created a repository called as a Qt CDE bash 19. That is my repository name. So in your case, whatever the repository you created, please go to that repository. Okay. And within the repository, if you observe here, we can able to see one option called as a code Andy. Please click on this drop down here. Please click on the drop down from the code. Then here you can able to see the three different options: HTTPS, SSH, and GitHub CLI. Out of these three options, please take the first option only. Take it as a HTTPS.
I can't see that code here.
No, it still it didn't come on. So just to, whatever that's the reason to see that code here, I am telling all the steps.
That path, go to file, add file code, that path we are not seeing, sir.
We're not seeing that one, sir.
Which one? This one.
Go to file, add file and code. The totally three are not appearing here.
We are still seeing quick setup if you have done this kind of things before.
Okay, can you someone share your screen? Just give 1 second. I will give the access to you to share the screen. Marty, I'm giving the permission to you. Will you able to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Sir.
Okay, just 1 second. I given the access to you. Can you please share your screen? We'll see that once.
Yeah. One second, sir.
Yeah. Please share the full screen, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm able to see your screen. Okay. Okay, if you observe here, so in your case, if you see here, we are having the, or can you please scroll down completely? Can you please scroll down completely? Okay, yeah, can you please scroll up again? Just 1 second. Okay, and if you see here in the under the quick setup, you can able to see the HTTPS and SSH ND. Here, click on the HTTPS. Other people, if everyone is seeing the same window, in this window, please click on the HTTPS, and beside that you can able to see the URL, and beside that you can able to see a small button. If you click on that, you can able to copy automatically.
I just clicked, sir, but it's not taking any action.
Yeah, that's if you click on HTTPS, it is showing that URL, right? HTTPS/GitHub/ yeah, this is the one, and I think that is the GCP bash 19 is nothing but your repository name.
Okay.
Yeah, that one please copy into a notepad. Other people, everyone please do the same activity, Andy. In the under the quick setup, you can able to see the HTTPS. Please click on that. Then you can able to see the your link. Please copy that link into your notepad.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Other people, is it fine, or still you are seeing any kind of issues?
Yes, sir. That's it.
It's fine, right? Okay. Now I will come back to my screen share. See, first time it will take some time, Andy, but once you can able to complete all these activities first time, second time onwards, it will become very, very easy. Don't think that all these are very complex activities. First time might be you will feel some kind of complexity, but second time onwards, everything will become as a very, very easy. Okay, now just I'm giving one command to you. Please run this command by replacing link with the URL, whatever you received in the previous step. So I shared one command in the group. in that group, whatever the command I shared here, please remove this link, whatever the link I given here, and please remove the less than and greater than symbols also. And there, please paste the URL, whatever you copied in the previous step, and which is nothing but you should see the command like this: git remote add origin. After that, you have to see https/ all the other information you have to see like that. Please replace link less than greater than. Please remove all those things there. Please provide the URL, whatever you copied in the previous step. Anyone facing any issues? Okay, so once you can able to run this command without having any issues, Andy, now one last command we need to trigger, which is nothing but git space push origin master. This is the command we need to trigger. This command also I'm posting in the group. But in this command, no need to perform any kind of modifications. Just run the command as is. Please run the command, whatever I shared in the group. Again, that command is nothing but push command. Now with the help of this push command only, your
Yes.
file will come to your portal. Once you are going to give this command, you can able to get one pop-up like this, and it is asking for sign in with your browser. Please click on that sign in with your browser. Yeah, someone is trying to ask the question. Please continue. Okay, if no questions. So please give git push origin master. That is the command you have to give. Once you are going to give that command, it will open a pop-up window like this. In this pop-up window, please click on sign in with your browser. After that, it is going to open the one more window called as a authorized git credential manager. There, click on authorized git ecosystem. Hope you people are getting these pop-ups. Can you tell me yes or no?
Yes, sir, we are getting.
Okay, nice. Please continue.
So where we run this one?
You only tell me where we have to run. From last 1 hour, where we are running all these commands?
Git bash.
Git bash only, right? So we are not
But
using
it's
any other
not
thing.
working, sir.
Huh?
But it's not working.
It's not working.
It,
What is not working? I didn't get that. Can you please repeat?
git push origin master. I have put the command, but no response.
Sir, once we minimize the screens, we
See, once you given the git push origin master, you have to click on enter. After that, please come out from the git bash window. With that, you can able to see this pop-up. Other people, you are able to see this pop-up, or only one person is not able to see the pop-up?
Sir, it's getting error.
we are
able
to see.
Fail to push some reference refers to announce.
Where you are getting error after giving this git push command, you are getting the error,
Yes, sir.
or after getting this pop-up, you are getting the error.
No. After getting this, after entering this git push origin master, I am getting error.
Okay. Just wait for a few minutes and we'll check with the other people also. If no one facing the error, then might be you did some kind of mistakes. If all are getting the errors, then might be I did some kind of mistake. We'll see that. Just wait for a few seconds.
Okay.
Other people, can you please confirm anyone succeeded? Just
Yes,
you have to
sir.
click on the sign in
Successful.
with your browser. Then you need to click on the authorized Git ecosystem. With that, your file will upload to your GitHub portal.
We got authorization succeeded,
Okay,
sir.
nice, very good. Whomever succeeded these steps, Andy, now please go back to your Git portal. There under your repo, you can able to see the file, whatever the file we created in our local system. So far, only one person is facing the issue. If anyone else facing the issues, please let me know. If you are completing it successfully, then what it means indirectly, your file is uploaded to your Git portal. If you want to see your file, please go to your GitHub portal. There you can able to see your files. Just click on repository, just click on the refresh once on your Git portal. With that, you can able to see your file.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, I'm getting a fatal error. So it is showing that invalid username or password.
Yeah, which means you given the invalid username in the previous step only. I told you, right? We have to configure the username and password. Sorry, we have to configure the username. So there you have to give the proper username.
So, sir, I have given the proper username only, sir. So whatever I have already signed in with the Git account, so the same email ID I have entered here.
Okay, then it should not throw any error and because other people are able to access it, right? Can you do one thing? Can you please try to run the same these two commands one more time with by giving the again same information? Can you please try with that one more time?
Okay, sir, I'll try.
Okay. So far two people are facing the issues. Any other people are facing the issues?
Sir, I gave the command both the commands, but due to I think due to network issue, it is saying this site can't be reached. Again, I gave the commands in the bash, but it is saying like everything up to date and remote origin already exists.
Okay, now can you please go to your Git portal and verify whether it is uploaded or not? Your file is uploaded or not?
Okay.
You are getting the message saying that everything is up to date, right? Which means might be your file is uploaded there. Please verify that once.
Got it. Yes,
It's
sir,
uploaded.
got it.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
very nice.
uploaded.
Yeah, then it's fine. No issues. Now see here, so far we created a file and we uploaded that file into the Git portal. Indirectly, what is that file? Any guesses? Anyone? Indirectly, what is that file? We created a dummy text file, but indirectly, what is that file?
The build which we create.
Yeah, so that is nothing but our script file only.
Script
Whatever
file.
the code files or whatever the script files you are creating or whatever the DAG files you are creating. So in the same way, we are going to upload all our files on top of your Git portal. So we need to run all these kind of commands. With that, we can able to upload all our script files on top of our Git repo. So far, just I'm giving the example by using a test file, but whatever the DAG files or whatever the Python programs or whatever the Python scripts which you are creating, all these files we need to upload like this on top of your Git portal. Okay, so remaining two people only. So I hope from your side you did some kind of mistake. Might be that's the reason you are getting that error. All other people are able to working properly. So please check what is the mistake you have done from your side.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Now we'll do one thing, and just observe here. If you go back to your Git portal, in the Git portal, you can able to see your repository. Within the repository, if you observe here, what is the name we are everyone can able to see here? You can able to see the name called as a master. This is nothing but the branch and so far we are discussing about the repository. So far we are discussing about repository. Now within the repository, what we are going to contain, we can able to contain the branches, and within the branches we can able to see the one of the branch name called as nothing but master. This master branch is going to contain all the code up to date. Again the same question, in real time projects only one person is going to work on the GitHub or multiple people are going to work on the GitHub?
Multiple people.
Obviously multiple team members, and you are uploading your code and other people are also uploading the code. Now all the people, whatever the code they are building or whatever the code they are developing, entire latest code is present in the branch called as nothing but master branch. Okay, now for example, I am the Srinivas. I joined into the project. So here what I need to do here is step 1. I need to clone complete code from master branch to my local system. So what I need to do here, whenever you are going to whenever you want to upload the code into the Git bucket, first time if you are going to perform this activity, I am telling from the real time perspective only. In the real time, already you are having the repository. In that repository, already we are having the one of the branch called as a master branch. In that master branch, you can able to see all the code up to date, all the team members, whatever the code they have written, you can able to see that entire code in the branch called as a master branch. And next step we need to understand, now you are the person working in the team, you are newly joined into the team, or you want to get the code from the Git bucket to your local system. Then what we have to do here, for example, as a Srinivas, I am the new team member. As a Srinivas, what I need to do here is I need to create my branch separately. What I need to do here, as a Srinivas, I need to create the branch separately. And where we need to create this branch? This branch we need to create. This branch we need to create in Git portal. Tell me why we are going to create the separate branch here? Because as a developer, you are working on your code. For that reason, you need to maintain the separate branch for your work only. Otherwise, what will happen if all the people are going to work on the same branch? Everyone can able to see other team code, and they can able to do the changes, or they can able to delete the code by mistake. For that reason, in the real time, when we are going to perform the dev activities, what we are doing here, first we need to create our branch separately, and in this branch we are going to create on top of your Git portal. Now, for example, see here, I am creating a branch name called as Srinivas. Just assume that I am creating a branch name called as Srinivas branch. Now, what I will do here is I will clone this branch into my local. What I will do here, I am going to clone this branch into my local. So with that, what will happen is in our local system, we can able to see complete code, or we can able to say complete scripts, or we can able to say we can able to see the complete folders. Okay, so whatever the branch we created, after that we are going to perform the cloning on top of this branch, and with that what will happen in our local system, we can able to see our complete code, or we can able to see the complete scripts, or we can able to see the complete folders. Now, for example, in this master branch we are having Airflow folder. Now in this Airflow folder, we are having 5 files, for example, and we are having, for example, one more folder called as a Python folder. In this Python folder, I'm having 2 files. This is the way we are having 2 folders within the master branch, and in the Airflow folder, we are having the 5 scripts. In the Python folder also, we are having the 2 scripts only. Now in the step 1, what I'm doing here, I am creating a branch separately for my work. When we are going to create this branch, just I will say here, when we are going to create this branch, we will take source as our master branch. So what I'm doing here, when I'm going to create a branch separately, what I'm doing here, I am taking my source branch is nothing but master branch only. Now you try to give the answer indirectly by using this statement. What is going to happen? You are creating a separate branch called as a Srinivas branch. But tell me, in this branch, what is the code we can able to see? Any guesses?
Modified code.
In this branch, so see here, as part of creation of this branch, what is the source I'm using here? I am using the branch as a master, as a source branch, and for that reason, in this master branch, whatever the folders or whatever the code we are having, we can able to get all that code on top of your Srinivas branch indirectly. Now in this Srinivas branch, you can able to see your Airflow folder with 5 files. After that, you can able to see Python folder with 2 files. All this information you can able to see on top of your Srinivas branch, and now might be you can able to get the question, sir, already we are having this code in the master branch. Again, why we need to copy all the code into the Srinivas branch? Because my requirement is in this Airflow folder, I want to add the few more DAGs, or in the Python folder, I want to add the few more Python scripts, and for that reason, first I need to take the complete backup of the master branch into our personal branch. For that reason, I am creating the branch called as a Srinivas branch. For this branch, what is the source I'm using? I am using the master branch. With that, what will happen? Within the master branch, whatever the code we are having, that entire code is coming on top of your Srinivas branch. That we can able to call it as a step 1. And after that, in the step 2, what we'll do here is, whatever the branches we created, we are cloning that entire code on top of our local system. Now, once we are going to complete the step 2, what will happen is, in your local system, in your local folder, you can able to see your repo name. Within the repo name, you can able to see Airflow folder, and you can able to see your Python folder. Indirectly, here I am trying to get my complete code from the Git portal to my local system. So far, what we have done in the local system, whatever the file we are having, that file we upload it to the Git portal. Now, what is the requirement in the Git portal? Whatever the code we are having, that code I want to download into my local system. For the purpose of doing that activity, first step, we need to create a separate branch. After that, we need to clone the code from the portal to our local system. With that, what will happen? You can able to see all the code whatever we are having in the Git portal into our local system. Then what we can do here within the local system, on top of this code, you can able to perform the modification, or in this folder you can able to add the additional changes, or you can able to add the additional files, and with that we can able to perform the modifications on top of your existing code. Might be you are having some kind of confusion, but once we are going to perform the practicals, you can able to get the clear picture. Now we'll do one by one step only. So first step here, if you see, now in my system, if you observe within the repository under the master, what is the file we are having? Sample.txt. Okay, from now on, please focus here, and with that you won't get any kind of confusion. In the repository under the master, I am having the file called as nothing but sample.txt. Now, if you want to add the additional code here, or if you want to do the changes on top of this, first step what we have to do here, we need to create a separate branch. If you want to create the branch, what we need to do here, just click on this. Everyone, please do this activity. Under the repository within the master, just click on this drop down. In the master, please click on the drop down. Once you click on the drop down, here you can able to see one option called as a view all branches, and please click on that. You can able to see the option called as a view all branches. Please click on that. Once you click on that, here we can able to see the option called as a new branch, and so here we can able to create the new branch. Only thing, just we need to click on the drop down. After that, we need to click on the view all branches. With that, what will happen? Here you can able to see the option called as a new branch. Please click on that. Please click on new branch. Okay. Now here you can able to give some name. I am giving the name as Srinivas branch. For my understanding, just I'm giving the name as a Srinivas branch. You can give any name only. Just for my understanding, I'm giving the name as a Srinivas branch. Now tell me here, as I told you earlier, whenever we are going to create this branch, what will happen? In this branch, you can able to get the code from the other branch only. Now it is asking from which branch you want to get the code into this branch. So here I'm given the source as a master. Now you tell me in the master branch, what we are going to maintain? Whatever the latest code we are having, that entire latest code we are maintaining in the branch called as a master branch. From this master branch, I want to copy that entire code into my personal branch, and for that reason, we are creating the new branch here. Here we have to give the branch name. After that, here we have to specify the source. Coming to source, what we need to give here? We need to provide the master. Sir, why we are giving the master? Because within the master only, we can able to see all the updated code, and for that reason, here we need to give the source is nothing but master. With that, just to click on the create a new branch. Anyone facing any issues up to here, again, please ask me. Just to click on the new branch and give the branch name. After that, please select the source as a master, because in the master branch, we are going to have the up-to-date code. For that reason, we need to select the master. After that, click on create a new branch. After that, click on create a new branch. Okay, now if you observe here, we can able to, in my system, I can able to see the branch called as nothing but Srinivas branch, and if you click on this branch, please click on the branch, whatever you created. Please click on your branch, whatever you created. If you observe in this branch, what is the file we are having? Whatever the file you are having in the master branch, same file we can able to see on top of your new branch, whatever you created, and that is the meaning of copying all the code from master branch to your personal branch. If you are going to work in the real-time projects, first we need to maintain the personal branch. In that branch, we need to do all our required changes. After that, we will move all this code to your master branch and we'll go step by step. First one, we need to create the personal branch. So in this example, I am creating the personal branch called as a Srinivas branch. While creation of this branch, I given the source as a master. With that, in the master branch, whatever the files we are having, you can able to get all those files on top of your Srinivas branch. Any questions up to here?
Sir, if want, can we create another branch also, multiple branches?
Yeah, you can able to create any number of branches by depending on your requirements in the real time. So for example, in this month, you are working on a particular airflow side. So what we can do here, you can able to create a branch saying the Srinivas airflow. After 2 weeks, for example, you are going to work on the PySpark side. Then what we can do, we can able to create the one more branch called as a Srinivas PySpark. Like that, you can able to create any number of branches as part of our real time. But whatever the changes you are performing on top of your branch and we need to merge all those changes on top of your master. What's the reason? Where we can able to see all the updated code?
Master
In the master, which is nothing but in your personal branch, whatever the modifications you are going to perform, you need to upload all those changes on top of your master branch. For that reason, you can able to create any number of branches, but at any point of time, you need to upload all your changes on top of your master branch, because in the master branch only we can able to see all the updated code.
How can we upload into the master branch?
That I will show you. We'll go one by one.
Sir, before that one, we need to pull from the master, right?
Yeah, we need to pull. We'll discuss all those things. We'll discuss all those things. Wait. Okay, hope everyone created the branch. In your branch, you can able to see the file like this, Andy. Now what we'll do here is, please go to your previous folder, which is nothing but in the git bash. If you can able to give the pwd, there you can able to see the folder, right? So you can able to go to that folder. Or you can do like this also. Just go to your git bash just to remove your confusions. Okay. Now here, if you give the pwd, in which folder we are working currently, in my system I'm working in the test4 and now for the purpose of working on top of your personal branch, just will try to create a new folder. With that, you won't get any kind of confusion. So if you want to come out from your folder, what we can do, just give it as cd ... So with that, if I'm given the pwd, you can able to see current folder is nothing but del and d. Earlier I'm working in the test4 folder. Now just what I'm doing here, I am coming out of from that folder. So now if I want to come out from that folder, we have to give it as a cd ... With that, you can able to come out from the previous folder. Now you can able to see the folder is nothing but C drive users del. Now here what I'm doing is, I am creating a new folder called as a test5. What I'm doing, simply I'm creating the new folder called as nothing but test5 folder. Please come out of your old directory just to avoid the confusions. Please come out of your old directory from the git bash and create a separate folder like this by giving the mkdir command. You can able to create the separate folder. So here I'm giving the name as a mkdir space test5. That is my folder name. Now after that, I want to move to the test5 folder. So I'm giving it as a cd test5. Now if you want to see, just give the pwd. With that, you can able to see the latest folder which you are working. Just we are creating a separate folder from the git bash and we are entering into that git bash folder. Okay. Now if you go back to your normal laptop and in the laptop, if you see the test5 folder, now tell me, in this test5 folder, do we have any code? This is the fresh folder just now we created. For that reason, in this folder, you cannot able to see any kind of information. And now my requirement is in this folder, I want to get the code from my personal branch, or I want to get the code from the Git bucket. In the Git portal, whatever the code we are having, that entire code I want to get into my test5 folder. So for the purpose of getting your code, what we have to do here is we need to give the command called as nothing but git clone command. This is the command we need to provide. Just I will copy here. See, we are given the command called as nothing but git clone command. And so with the help of this git clone command, what we can do here is whatever the code you are having in the Git portal, that entire code you can able to fetch on top of our local system. For the purpose of doing that activity, we need to provide the command called as a git space clone space. We have to give the URL. Any guesses what is the URL we need to pass here? Any guesses?
GitHub URL, sir.
Yeah, so please go to your GitHub now, Andy. Now here you can able to see the code. Here, please click on this drop down. Once you click on the drop down, here you can able to see the HTTPS. Under that, you can able to see the URL. This is the URL you need to pass, Andy. So please give this one git space clone space. This is the URL you need to pass as part of running the command in the Git bash. I am also doing in parallel with you. I am giving the git clone. Sorry. Just paste it. Click on enter. Now see what happened here. It cloned all your data from the Git portal to our local system in the new folder called as a test5 folder. If you remember earlier in the test5 folder, there is nothing and no folders are there, no code is there. Now, once we given the git clone command, whatever the code or whatever the files we are having in the portal, Git portal, all that information you can able to see on top of your test5 folder. Just will see that. Now see. Test5 folder, earlier we are having the empty folder. Now you can able to see your repository name. Within the repository, what is the file I uploaded in my system? I uploaded the file called as a sample.txt file, and that is the file we can able to see. In the same way, in your systems also, whatever the folder which you created, in that folder, you can able to see all the repository name. At the same time, within the repository, whatever the file we uploaded earlier, that information also we can able to see on top of your folder like this. Please check it once after running the git clone command. After running your git clone command, whatever the folder you created, please go to that folder and verify that in that folder whether you are able to seeing all the information or not.
It's visible.
It's visible, right? Okay.
Sir, for me, it is error, sir. Protocol. Sorry. It's I given wrong path. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Once you are done with this step, Sandy, please install the Git on top of this folder. Why we are installing? Earlier, you did the installation on top of the previous folder. Now, this is the new folder which we are working. For that reason, just give the git init command. Whatever the folder newly we created, on top of that folder, just give the git init command. Okay. Now, if you see here, I'm giving the PWD. Now, in which folder we are working currently? Test5 folder. But if you see here, within the test5 folder, what happened? We cloned the repository, which is nothing but repository is coming as a folder name, and now we need to move to this repository folder. So how we can able to move to this folder? Just give it as cd space your repository name. whatever the repository you cloned, we need to move to that repository, because in that repository I want to add the files or I want to do the changes, and for that reason you need to move to your repository folder. For that reason, just I'm given the command called as a cd space my repository name. Now if you give the pwd, we are in the test5 folder. Within the test5 folder I can able to see my repository name. Now we are entering into the repository folder.
Sir, can we give status here, sir?
Yeah, we can give the status. So just if you want, I can give the status now. So what's happening in the status? Are we seeing any files? In the status, if I'm giving, are we seeing any files? No, right? Any guesses? What is the reason? What is the reason? Just now we
Not
imported our repository from the portal to our local system. Indirectly, this is the repository. In this repository, whatever the files we are having, you uploaded all those files already on top of your Git portal. So that information only we downloaded again by using the git clone command. That's the reason it is saying indirectly in this folder, none of the files are new. All the files are existing one, and all the files are already uploaded to your Git portal. Now, if you are going to add the files on top of this folder, then what will happen? If I'm going to give the git status command, then you can able to see the new files here, Andy. But so far we haven't created any new files on top of this folder. For that reason, you cannot able to see any files information here. Okay. And one more thing, if you want to see all the list of the branches, Andy, we can able to give the command called as a git branch -a. If you want to see all the list of the branches, whatever you are having on top of your repository, we can able to give the command called as a git space branch space -a. With the help of this command, you can able to see all the branches, whatever you are having on top of your account. In my account, I'm having the 3 branches, Andy: master, Srinivas branch, and sample Srini. These 3 are the branches which I'm having. Might be in your case, you are having the 2 branches. One is the master, and second one is nothing but your currently new branch, whatever you created. You can able to see those branch names.
Yes, sir.
Whenever
Sir,
you want to see, yeah, please continue.
Why we given cd space repository?
Because see here, what is the requirement? In this repository, I want to add my files. Whatever the files you are newly creating, or whatever the scripts which you are creating newly, where we need to upload all those files into your repository. What is my repository name? Test5 is the repository name, or this is the repository name? This is the repository name, right? So for that reason, we need to move to your repository folder. For that reason, we are given the command called as a cd space this repository folder name. With that, you can able to enter into your repository folder. In that repository folder, we can able to add all the files, whatever you want to add. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Yeah,
okay. Okay, now if you observe here, Andy, out of all these 5, we can able to see only master is in the green color. Any guesses what is the reason? Out of all these 5, only master is in the green color. What it means?
Master has updated it.
Not updated, Andy. So here we need to understand. Here master is in the green color is nothing but whatever the folder we are working in which folder? We are working in this repository folder. This repository folder is connected to your master branch, Andy. But tell me, whatever the changes you want to perform now, you want to perform the changes on the master branch, or you want to perform the changes on top of your personal branch?
Personal branch.
I want to do all the changes on top of my personal branch, Andy. But at present, this folder is attached to which branch here? This folder is attached to the master branch. If you want to see to which branch it is attached, we can able to give the command called as simply git branch. So see here, if I'm giving the git branch, what's the output we are getting? We are getting the output as a master, which is nothing but whatever the folder you are working currently, this folder is tied up with the master branch, and which is nothing but if you are going to perform any kind of changes here, after that, if you are going to perform the commit command and push command, then what will happen? All the changes will applicable on top of your master branch. But my requirement is I want to apply all the changes only on top of the Srinivas branch. Now indirectly, what we need to do? We need to move from master branch to the Srinivas branch, and for the purpose of doing that activity, here we can able to use the command called as nothing but git checkout command. Whenever you want to switch from one branch to the other branch, then we can able to use the command called as nothing but git checkout command. I'm giving git checkout and my branch name is nothing but I will copy this info. So why we are giving the checkout command? I want to move from master branch to the my personal branch. For that reason, we are giving the checkout command. After giving this, just click on enter. We need to move from the master branch to the personal branch. For that reason, we are giving the command called as a git checkout and branch name, personal branch name. Now, any guesses? If I'm going to give the git branch, what's the output we are going to get? Any guesses? If I am going to give the git branch command, what is the output we are going to get? We are going to get output as a master, or we are going to get output as a Srinivas branch?
Personal branch.
Personal branch.
We are getting output as a master and Srinivas. But if you see here, which is in the green color? Srinivas branch is in the green color, which is nothing but whatever the folder we are working now. This folder is attached to what? Now this folder is attached with what? If you see, this folder is attached with the Srinivas branch, and earlier what's happening? Your folder is attached with the master branch, but now once we are given the checkout command, with that you can able to see this folder is attached with the personal branch. Indirectly, whatever the changes now you are going to perform on top of this folder, it will applicable on top of your only personal branch, and it is not applicable on top of your master branch. This is the way we need to understand how to create the personal branch, how to clone the code. After that, before doing all the modifications, how we can able to switch to our personal branch, and all these are the commands we have to understand as part of doing all these activities. Okay, again, any questions up to here, please ask me. No questions? Okay, now what we'll do here is, in this repository, I want to add a new file. I'm given the file name is, for example, test file. I'm giving some Airflow DAG. And in this Airflow DAG, I'm giving some lines of the code like this. Import some blah, blah, blah. And second line again, import some blah, blah, blah. So like this, just I'm giving 2 lines here and here. So just what I'm doing here, I am creating the new file. Just for example, I'm saying it as it's a Airflow DAG file. This is the file which I'm creating. In this file, just I added the some of the lines of the code as per my requirement. Now you added the file on top of your repository in the local folder. Now in the real time, what we have to do? Whatever the files or whatever the scripts we are creating, we need to upload all these files on top of our repo, on top of our portal. Now for the purpose of doing that activity, again we need to use the commands, and now first one I need to verify how many files are changed in my folder. What is the command we need to use for that? I want to understand how many files are changed in my repository folder. For the purpose of verifying that, what is the command we need to use?
Git branch.
Git status. If with the branch, what's happening? You can able to see the branch name. But if you want to see whether we added any new files or whether we did any kind of changes on top of the files, if you want to see all that kind of information, we can able to give the command called as a git status. And earlier someone asked the question. At that time I ran the git status command. At that time, do we have any files here? No. But now I added the one of the file on top of my repository folder. Now if you see, if you click on the git status, what's happening? Whatever the file newly added, you can able to see that file by using the command called as a git status command. And now for example, here I'm adding the one more file. I am giving, for example, is my Python script. I am giving some random data, save it, click on close. Now I am giving the same command. Now you tell me how many files it will display. How many files it will display if you are going to give the git status command? See here, it display the 2 files only, because coming to third file, have we done any modifications? No, only these are the new files which you created on top of your repository folder. That's the reason if I'm going to give the git status command, you can able to see both the files on top of your output. Okay, now my requirement is I want to upload both the files on top of your portal. Then what we can do here? If you remember in the first example, whatever the steps we are doing, Andy, we are going to perform the same steps. Earlier, just we created the folder. In that folder, we added the file. After that, we verified the git status. After that, if you remember, try to give the answer. What is the next command we need to use?
Git add.
Very good. We need to give the simply git add. We have to give star dot star. Why I'm giving the star dot star? I want to upload 2 files at a time. If you want to add 1 by 1 file, then we can able to give the git add. Then we can able to give the first name. After that, again git add, you can give the second name only. But I want to upload both the files at a time. For that reason, you can able to give it as a git space add space star dot star. With that, automatically you can able to upload both the files. Just click on enter. Now again, I'm giving the git status. Now see here, what's happening? Both the files you can able to see in the green color, which is nothing but these 2 files are ready to upload on top of your portal. For that reason, just we are given the command called as a git add command, and after that, whatever the changes you have performed, we need to commit all these kind of changes. For the purpose of doing committing the changes, what's the command we are going to use?
Commit.
We have to give the commit command. Whenever we are given the commit command, better you can able to pass a comment. If you want to give the comment, just give it as a -m. After that, just I'm saying that these are sample files. Click on enter. Now see, 2 files are changed. Those files are nothing but airflowdag.txt, python script.txt. Those files we committed. Now any guesses? If I'm going to give the git status, what's the output we are going to get? Any guesses? I did the commit, which is nothing but I confirmed that these 2 are the files we need to upload to our portal. After giving the commit, I am giving the git status command. If you observe now, what's happening? It is not showing anything on top of your output, which is nothing but these 2 files are committed on top of your local git folder. But what is the last step? If you want to upload these files into your portal, what is the last step? Just we have to give the push command, and with the help of the push command, you can able to upload all these files on top of your portal. For that, just we can able to pass the command like this, or I will type directly git push. Click on enter. See here, it is giving some kind of status. With that status, you can able to understand whether it is succeeded or not. Now with the help of this command, whatever the files we committed on top of our local system, we are uploading all those files on top of your portal. Now you tell me, in the git portal, under which branch it uploaded all those files? Any guesses? In the git portal, under which branch it uploaded all the files?
Personal branch.
Under our personal branch. And if you see here, it is connected to the Srinivas branch, which is nothing but all these files are uploaded on top of your Srinivas branch on top of my system. Just we'll go there and check it once. So see earlier how many files we are having the Srinivas branch? Only 1 file. Now just we'll refresh it once. Now you can able to see airflow.txt file which we created just now, and python script.txt file, that is the file just now we created. After that, you can able to see this is the sample.txt file which I uploaded 7 hours ago only. So this is the way you can able to see whatever the files we uploaded, all those files we can able to see on top of your branch. This is the way you need to understand how you can able to upload the files to your Git bucket. Now I'm telling about how we need to upload the files, but indirectly what are those files? These are nothing but our script files, or we can able to call these are nothing but our code files, or we can able to say indirectly we are uploading all the code on top of your Git bucket. This is the way we need to understand how we can able to create the branches, how we can able to clone the branches, how we can able to create the files in the local system, then how we can able to re-upload all those files on top of your Git bucket. All these are the things we need to understand as part of our Git process. And if you have any questions up to here, please ask me. Up to here, any questions or confusions, please ask me. No questions? If no questions, I will start asking the questions one by one, and with that you try to give the answer. With that you can understand how much you understood as part of this session. First one will go, what is the purpose of the Git? Please be interactive, try to give everyone answer. What is the purpose of the Git?
To store all the script files.
Repositories
To maintain code in real-time projects, we are going to use the Git. Now tell me, within the Git, we are going to have only folders or we are going to have the files also?
Files also.
We are
Files or
having
folders.
folders and files. Both are going to be available on top of your Git. Now, within the Git, what is the parent object we can able to say? Repository is a parent or branch is a parent?
Repository.
We can able to say
Repository.
repository is a parent. Now, within the repository, what we can able to see?
You can see the branches.
We can see the branches. And what is the main branch which contains complete latest code?
Master branch.
Personal branch or master branch?
Master.
Your master branch is going to contain the complete latest code. Okay. Now here I will give the requirement like this. In this master branch, I am having total 5 files. Okay. Now my requirement is on top of this, I want to add 2 more files. On top of these 5 files, I want to add the 2 more files. And now for the purpose of doing this activity, you try to give the answer. As a data engineer, you are working in this project. Your team lead is saying that please add 2 more script files on top of the master branch. That is the work given to you. And now you tell me how you are going to add the 2 more files on top of your master branch.
First,
Please tell me all the steps. What is the step 1?
we need to create our personal branch.
Very good. We need to create our personal branch, because in the real time, whenever you are going to perform any kind of activities on top of the Git, first we need to create our personal branch. And after that, what is the step 2? And one more question here. As part of creation of this personal branch, what is the source we need to provide?
From the master.
From the master, we need to create our personal branch. Now, indirectly, in your personal branch, how many files you can able to see by default?
5. How many are there, for example?
Whatever
5.
number of files we are having in the master, you can able to see all those files into your personal branch. Step 1 is completed. Now, what is the step 2?
We need to clone.
Before cloning, we need to create a folder in our local system. Just we need to create some separate folder on top of your local system. After that, we need to perform the cloning operation. What is the command for cloning? Git clone. Then we need to provide our repository URL. Whatever the repository URL you are having, you have to give the git clone and repository URL. With that, what will happen? For example, here I'm creating the local folder as a Srini. And my repository name is, for example, D. This is my repository name. And within the local folder, I'm creating the folder called as a Srini. Now, what will happen? Within the Srini folder, you can able to see the repository name called as a D. Now, after creation of this folder, after performing the cloning operation, we need to move to our repository folder. How we can able to move this? Just give the command called as cd space D. With that, you can able to enter into the D folder. And now tell me, in this D folder, how many files we can able to see?
5 files.
We can able to see 5 files, because this is the folder we are fetching from the repo. That's the reason in the master, whatever the number of files we are having, you can able to see all those files on top of your step 4 under the D repository, D folder. Now, what about the step 5?
Now
What
we
about
need
the
to
step 5?
Add 2 files.
We need to add 2 files or 2 scripts. Whatever you want, you are going to add all the 2 files and 2 scripts. And after that, I want to verify what all are the new files added into my folder. How we can able to verify? Git status. After the step 7, I want to add all those files to my Git folder. What we can do?
Git
add star dot star. After that, I want to commit all my changes. What we can do?
Git commit.
Git commit hyphen yum. Then we have to give some kind of comment. Now, last step, I want to upload all the committed changes into my Bitbucket. Then what we can do?
Git push.
Just give it as a Git push. That's it. Only. These are the operations we need to perform on top of your Git. Now you can able to get the clear picture. If you observe at the high level, I can able to say only these are the commands we are going to use as part of our Git, but don't assume only these are the commands we are having on top of your Git side. We are having the so many other commands, but out of other commands in the real time regularly we are going to use all these kind of commands in our real time system. Okay. Now for example, and just observe here. You are working on day 2. Now you are in the Srini/DE folder, but in the master branch, some other team member added 2 more files. In the master branch, some other team member added the 2 more files, and now if you want to get all those files information, or if you want to get all those files into your local folder, what we can do here is, here just we are going to add one more command called as nothing but git pull. What's the meaning of pull? What is the meaning of pushing? Pushing is nothing but you are pushing the code from your local folder to the Git portal, and what is the meaning of pulling?
From the local.
You are pulling from the portal to your local system. Whatever the latest changes we are having in the portal, you want to pull all those latest changes on top of your local system. For the purpose of doing that activity, we can able to give the command called as a git pull. Here my sincere session, I can able to say like this. Every day morning, whenever you reached office, whenever you opened your laptop, better you can able to run this command. Why? Because you don't know how many people are working on top of your Git portal, how many people are did the changes on top of your master branch, and now day 2 you want to work on the latest code. If you want to work on the latest code, we need to fetch the latest code. If you want to fetch the latest code, what we can do here, just we can able to give the command called as a git pull command. With the help of the git pull command, you can able to fetch the latest code from your master. With that we can able to perform the operations, and but see here, out of all these steps, we missed one of the step. Can someone try to give the answer? What was that?
Git push.
Pushing these
Sorry?
files to master team.
No. Any other answer?
Initializing, sir.
Initializing
Git
is
init.
not that much important, but we have to perform the initialization also. Any other answers?
Git push origin, sir.
No. See, once we are going to move to the
Changing
D
the
directory,
branch.
by default you are working in which branch?
Changing
Earlier
the
also we
branch.
saw that by
The
default you are working in the your master branch. Okay, but where you want to add all the files first?
We have to
But-
check out.
You need to add all your files into your personal branch first, and then only we can able to perform this add operation, or we can able to perform the commit operation. So for that, what we have to do here?
CD
We have to
space.
give checkout
Not
command.
CD space. We have to give the git
Checkout.
checkout your personal branch name. This is the one of the very, very important thing. If you forgot this step, what will happen? Whatever the changes you are going to perform, these changes are going to happen on top of your master. We should not perform like that, Andy. First, we need to check out to the personal branch, which is nothing but we need to connect to our personal branch. After that, we need to add the files. Then we can able to perform the add operation and commit operation. Then we need to perform the push operation. With that, you can able to see all your changes or all your files on top of your personal branch. This is the way we can able to understand how we can able to upload the code as part of our real-time projects. Okay. Any questions again up to here? Please ask me.
Sir, in these 8
What
steps,
is the
where
difference
we are.
between Git pull and Git checkout, sir?
Can you please repeat that?
Could you please differentiate Git pull and Git checkout?
Yeah, Git checkout is nothing but what's happening here. You are jumping from one branch to other branch. Okay. Earlier you connected to the master branch. Now if you are given the Git checkout, what will happen? Now from the master branch, we are moving to our personal branch, and but what is the meaning of Git pull? Git pull is nothing but coming to day 2 or day 3, whatever the latest changes we are having in the master branch. If you want to pull all those kind of changes into your local system, then we can able to give it as a git pull. Now tell me, now to which branch you connected? Personal branch. Now your requirement is you want to pull all the changes which are present in the personal branch, and then what we can do here, you can give it as a git pull command. With the help of the git pull command, whatever the latest changes we are having in the current branch, all that information you can able to get on top of your local system with the help of the git pull command. But coming to Git checkout, what will happen? With the help of the checkout, you can able to switch from one branch to other branch by depending on our requirement. That is the main difference between the checkout and pull. Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Any other questions up to here?
Sir, initially we have 5 files, right, sir?
Mhm.
We added 2 more files.
Mhm.
So at the end, actually, at the end in master, we can see
No,
7 files.
No. So actually till now we have done all the operations up to the personal branch only. Now in the personal branch, you can able to see the 7 files only. Then what is the last step here? Now we can able to say we need to push or we need to raise pull request to move the files from our personal branch to master branch. So what we have to do here, we need to raise a pull request from portal. From portal, we have to raise a pull request. Why we need to raise the pull request, Andy? Whatever the files you created on top of your personal branch, we need to move all these files to your master branch. Now, as part of raising this pull request, multiple things are going to happen. Here, we need to add our team leads. Why we need to add the team leads? Because they will perform the review. So here I will give the steps like this. They will do review. After that, they will give approval for your pull request. Then only what will happen? We can able to see all files into our master branch. So this review process is very, very important, Andy. Otherwise, what will happen? If you are doing any kind of mistakes on top of your code, someone has to do the review, right? So for that reason, before merging our files to the master branch, we have to raise the what? We have to raise the pull request. Once we are going to raise the pull request, as part of raising the pull request, we need to add our team leads or we need to add the senior people. What they will do here? They are going to perform the review on top of your code. After completion of the review only, they are going to provide the approvals. Once they are going to provide the approval on top of your pull request, then only what will happen? You can able to see all the files on top of your master branch. And up to here, up to the personal branch, we can able to use our Git commands. By using the commands, we can able to perform all these activities. But if you want to move your changes through the master branch, what we have to do here? We need to create the pull request. With the help of the pull request only, you can able to move the files from the your personal branch to your master branch. But before merging the files to the master branch, your team lead or your senior person has to perform the review. With that review only, we can able to add all our files on top of your master branch as part of our real-time projects. Is it clear?
Portal means company portal, sir.
No, Git portal only.
Bash only. Okay.
Okay. Now see here, if you observe, we can able to see the option called as a pull request. We'll try to perform this. I'm not sure because this is our local system. Will it work or not? We'll check it once. Just go to the pull request. I am clicking on new pull request. Or before that, just I will show you one thing. If you see in the master branch, how many files we are having? Only one file. Now coming to Srinivas branch, how many files we are having? We are having total 3 files. Okay. Now what we need to do here in the master branch, at any point of time, we need to have the latest code or latest files. And for that reason, I want to move these 2 files from the personal branch to my master branch. For that, what I'm doing here, I'm going to create a pull request. Go to pull request, click on new pull request. Here I'm giving base and compare. Here I'm giving Srinivas branch. So I'm going to compare master branch with the Srinivas branch only. So after comparing the master branch with the Srinivas branch, in the Srinivas branch, what extra files we are having? Airflow.txt file is one of the extra file, and Python script.txt file is the one of the extra file. That is the file extra. These 2 files are extra we are having in the Srinivas branch. Just I will show you one more time. Go to the pull request. Here, click on the new pull request, and our base is nothing but master. I want to compare the master branch with my personal branch. So here I'm given the personal branch. Now after that, here we can able to see compared to the master branch, in your personal branch, what are the extra files we are having. You can able to see all that information. After that, just we need to click on create pull request. Just you can able to add the comment. we can able to say I added 2 files as part of project changes. Like this, just we can able to add some kind of comments, and after that you can able to click on create pull request. Okay, now see here, in the real time what will happen, same Bitbucket account are going to use by the multiple people. Now out of those multiple people, here you can able to see the reviewers information. Under the reviewers you can able to add your team lead. With that team lead can able to get the alert. With that team lead can able to perform the review only. But in this account, who is the owner? I am the owner. Who is the team member? I am the team member. Who is the team lead? I am only the team lead. Who is the senior member? I am only the senior member, because this entire account is belongs to me only. For that reason, this request is came to me only. And now, for example, in the real time, what will happen? Your team lead will get this kind of request. He is need to click on the merge pull request. And but before clicking on the merge pull request, what will happen? He need to perform the review on top of your code. If everything is looking good, then only what will happen? He will click on the merge pull request. For example, now I'm going to click on this. It is asking the comment. I will give the comment like this. Everything is looking fine. After that, click on comment and click on confirm merge. See here, pull request successfully merged and closed. And now we'll try to see the data in the master branch. Now see, in the master branch you can able to see all the 3 files. This is the way you can able to move the data, or you can able to move the files from the personal branch to your master branch. And that's the reason here I'm saying this step 12 here. Whenever you, here I can able to say, whenever you want to move your files or code or scripts from personal branch to master branch, here are we using the commands, or directly we are using the portal only? Directly we are using the portal only. In the portal, what we have to do here, we need to raise the pull request from the portal to move the files from your personal branch to the master branch. And once we are going to write the pull request, what will happen here? That request will go to your team leads. We need to add the team leads. With that, that request will go to the team lead, and as a team lead, they are going to perform the review activities. After that, they need to click on the merge approval. With that only, what will happen? You can able to see all the files on top of your master branch from your personal branch. And this is the way you need to understand how we can able to perform the, how we can able to move the files from personal branch to the master branch. Now you tell me, in the real time, we are going to perform the activities up to step 11, or we are going to perform the activities up to step 12?
Up to step 12, sir.
Up to step 12, we have to perform the activities. And so if anyone is sleeping, please be wake up. I know I taken the half an hour extra, because in between, if I'm going to complete again, I have to explain everything in the next class. And for that reason, just I taken half an hour extra. With that, we can able to complete all the steps on top of our Git process. Don't take me wrong. Just to complete the end-to-end process, I taken the just 30 minutes of extra time. Okay, this is the way you can able to move the code, or this is the way you can able to move all the scripts from your local system to your Git portal. Okay, any questions on top of all these questions? Please ask me here on top of all these comments. Okay, now what you can do here is, you yourself can able to perform practice by using Git portal. Just what you have to do here is, just take the requirements yourself only. For example, in your system, so far you are having some Python scripts, and you are having some PySpark code, and you are having some PySpark notebooks, and you are having Dataproc related code coming to batch 20 people, sorry 19 people, and you are having some DDLs. Like this, we are having the so many number of scripts in your personal system. If you did the practice for the previous classes, and now what you have to do here is, try to upload all these files into your master branch in your repository. So what you have to do here is, you need to create a folder called as a Python folder. In this folder, upload all Python scripts files. After that, create one more folder called as a PySpark folder. In this folder, upload your PySpark scripts. After that, create PySpark notebook folder. In this, upload your notebooks. Okay, and do all these activities on your personal branch. After that, please merge all these into your master branch. Okay, and here I can give one more session, Andy. First, do this activity. First, do this and merge it into the master branch. After that, then do this. Then do the third one. So with that, what will happen? You can able to do the practice 3 number of times. First one, Python folder. Second attempt, PySpark folder. Third attempt, PySpark notebook folder. With that same practice, you can able to perform 3 number of times, Andy. With that, automatically you can able to understand what all are the commands we have to use and how we can able to perform all these operations as part of our real-time system. This is the way simply you can able to understand how we can able to upload the code as part of our real-time projects. Okay, but tell me, are we discussing all these topics from the interview perspective or from the real-time process perspective?
Real-time process.
We are discussing all this is from the real-time process perspective, Andy. Might be in the interviews also they will ask the question, but they will ask the minimum just 3-4 questions, Andy. They will ask the questions like this: for the purpose of maintaining the code, which tool you are using? You can able to say Git. Tell me how we can able to see the current branch in the Git. So we can able to say it as a Git branch. And how we can able to see the status of a branch? We can give the command called as a git status. Like that, they will ask the only 3-4 commands, and with that you can able to give the answers as part of your interview. But if you are going to work in the real time, what will happen? You have to perform definitely all these kind of activities in our real time projects. For that reason only we are discussing all these operations end to end. Okay, but still if you are having any questions out of all these topics, Andy, please ask me here. No questions? If no questions, well and good. I will share this document also to you. So by using this document, if anyone not completed the installation, you can complete the installation. And also I will upload these notes also into the Infinity. With that, please try to perform the practice of all these things. With that, you can able to get the perfect knowledge on top of the Git. Again, I'm repeating, this is the one of the tool regularly we are going to use as part of our real-time projects. Okay. If you don't have any questions, thank you. We'll meet you in the next session.